What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and today I want to talk to you about step 1 of 8 in the Never Lose a Customer Again process. It is assess. As you know, we are doing a training with my boy Joey Coleman, the author of Never Lose a Customer Again, Tuesday, May 5th. So be sure to check out neverloseapatientagain.com to find out more information and register there. So this week I'm going to be going through each one of the 8 steps and kind of how that really affects or how it translates into a chiropractic practice. And in this training, we're going to be going a lot deeper. We're going to be able to get Joey's genius in there and help you guys create an amazing patient experience. So the first step is the most important step in my mind. And, you know, as somebody who's out there, who's doing a lot of content marketing, who's helping chiropractors really spread the message of what chiropractic is all about, assess is where, like, if you mess up assess, the person may never call you in the first place, right? So in assess, this is where the patient is, or the potential patient is deciding whether they want to do business with you or not, right? So what they're deciding on is, can you help me with the problem that I've got? Now, most people that are looking for chiropractic care, like they are proactively looking for a chiropractor, those people have usually got some type of condition that they are dealing with, some type of body signal, right? Low back pain, neck pain, headaches, knee pain, shoulder pain, you know, whatever like musculoskeletal issue that they have. Now, if you're a specialist and you've branded yourself that way, and you specialize in, you know, kids' ear infections or thyroid, then those people may search you out, but that's usually because they know that's what you do, or they've been referred to somebody that knows that's what you do. I'm kind of thinking of somebody who's just kind of searching around and trying to make a decision. All right. So the way I break the assess stage down is into 2 different categories. One is before they ever walk into the practice, so when they're doing their research. And then the second one is after they've walked in. You know, what's that first experience like? So we'll deal with the first one first. So the first piece is they get the inclination that they need to look for a chiropractor, or they've asked their friend and maybe they've recommended your office, and now they're going to do some research. So this assess phase is where they're deciding, and this is why I think websites are so important. Your Instagram account is so important. The way your YouTube page is so important. Facebook less so. Like, I feel like less people are going to Facebook and like scrolling through your whole feed. Instagram makes it a lot easier for them to like look back on what you are all about. It allows you to really like showcase your practice more. So I think in this stage, the 4 things that I think matter the most are probably your website, your reviews online, your Instagram page, and your YouTube channel. All right. And I'll kind of walk through each one of those and why I think that's important. Website, that's easy. I think no matter what, every patient goes to your website before they call your office. I think even if they make the appointment, I still think they go to the website to kind of check out what you're all about. So you've heard me talk about story brand quite a bit. I think that it's so important that on your website that you are speaking directly into that potential patient. You're telling them like, hey, here's how we can help you. Here's what we're all about. Here's how we can be the guide to your hero. Here's how we can take you from point A to point B. So really making it less about you, making it less about the services, more about them, more about the conditions that you can help with. So hopefully they can find their condition and say, okay, this guy or woman seems like they know what they're doing when it comes to the thing that's bothering me. Because remember, the people that are contacting you, they care about their thing the most. Right? So like, just because you can help with headaches doesn't mean somebody with low back pain cares about that. They care that you can help with low back pain. So the second one is going to be your reviews. So if somebody is doing a Google search, really the only objective piece of data that they have to decide whether to choose you or choose somebody else is the number of reviews and your average, star rating. Mostly that's on Google. In bigger cities, I think Yelp is really important. Maybe there's some other like ZocDoc or things like that. But we'll talk about Google mainly because it basically works the same for all the rest of them as well. On Google, you know, in the maps listing, not only do you have to show up in the maps listing, but you also need to make sure that you've got the most reviews in your area, and you've got to make sure that you're at a 4.9 or 5. My opinion is that anything 4.7 or below is the average rating. It forces people to wonder like, oh, hey, what are the bad ratings like? right? What are the bad reviews? So it makes them go, and you can actually like search for lowest rated reviews and you can read them, right? So you want to make sure that if whenever I do these strategy sessions, I see a lot of people that are under 4.8. And I think that I do not think they realize how much damage that's really doing to them. Got to make sure you push that up to 4.9 or 5, and you just always need to be getting reviews. Number 3 was our Instagram page or channel or account, I guess. With Instagram, if someone does care about Instagram, I think that I don't think that chiropractors get, unless you're just like really crushing Instagram and you're just really good at it and you're naturally like skilled at Instagram, most chiropractors do not get a ton of like organic new patients from Instagram. There's the 1%, the 5% that absolutely do, but for the 95 to 99%, I don't think that there's a lot. What it does though, is it allows people to look at your Instagram page and see your feed and see what is it, kind of like what kind of vibe is there in the practice. So I think that that's how, especially younger people, like if you're a 28-year-old mom of 2, Instagram may be the first place you go to do a little bit of research even before the website. All right. And then 4th is going to be your YouTube channel. You know, we talk a lot about content on this channel. And when you create that content for Facebook, for Instagram, it goes out. But as soon as you stop spending money on it, or a few days have passed, people stop seeing the content. So YouTube gives you a place to where if somebody goes and looks at your YouTube channel and they've got a condition, if you've got a playlist for migraines and they can watch all those migraine videos, all of a sudden they're going to get to know you a little bit more. You're going to be able to talk to them about the problem that they have. And it allows them to go deeper on a video level than usually your website will. Your website's going to give them a lot of text, a lot of images. The video is going to YouTube's going to really give them an opportunity to go deep on with your practice. And if somebody does care about video, if they do want to get a sense of who you are, they will actively go to your YouTube channel, usually through your website or something like that. So that kind of covers like the research side of it. The second step is when they actually come into the practice, you only get, one chance to make that first impression. What does that experience feel like? How do you make them feel? How do you pre-frame what the rest of the relationship is going to look like? And so that's where your day 1 and your day 2 processes are so important to make sure that you are giving them a great experience on that first day. That's going to be one of the most important days that you'll ever have in that patient's experience in your practice, because a first impression can really ruin things, right? A bad first impression can really ruin things. A great first impression can start things off on the right foot. Now, you still have to deliver the results. You still have to have a great experience beyond that. And that's what we're going to be talking about with steps 2 through 8. But for that first day, for that report of findings, when you're delivering to them what the plan is and you're instilling that confidence, because a lot of people have tried a lot of things. They may be kind of at the end of their rope. And so to find hope is such an important thing for a lot of patients, and to be able to build that into your experience, I think, is just so important. So Joey and I are going to be doing this training on Tuesday, May 5th at 7 p.m. Central. If you haven't registered yet, go to neverloseapatientagain.com. We're going to be doing a deep dive in each one of these 8 steps, especially assess, because that's where I feel like that's where we really shine to help practices with the content marketing and helping to build a brand so that people are looking for you in the first place. So be sure to follow, or be sure to register. Be sure to join us on May 5th. It's going to be, he's such a genius. Like, he's helped me through my customer experience for my office and for Leverage Media. And it is, I can't explain to you like how great he is at it. And I'm going to be able to be basically the chiropractic brain that gives a lot of context, so that I make sure that he's delivering as much value in a short amount of time as possible, because we got to make sure we get through each one of these steps. And you'll be able to build your patient experience along with us in that training and really start to think about that. And this is what better time to be able to do that than when we're basically being forced to not be as busy. There are very few times in any of our careers where we're being forced to either close or forced to be at 50% capacity. So these are the types of things that you want to be pouring into your team, getting together, having a project that you can work on, and what better way than to improve the patient experience. So we'll see you on step 2, which is admit.